News with veracity.
News with validation.
Venturing towards accuracy and precision.
You are tuning in to
Robust,
hot and fast.
News
You can trust.
The virtue.
The versatility. The voice of Valenzuela.
Good morning, Philippines.
Good morning, Valenzuela.
This is Carl Vincent Caño.
And this is Paul, Shelma, Dote, your anchors for today.
Here's the rundown of the top stories in the house.
Also, Valenzuela holds a two-day assembly on global sustainability.
Causes of global crisis identified.
Listen to the speech of United Nations Chief on Sustainable Development Goals.
The firmness of global systems, stability defined.
The continuance of human survival, sustainability defined. For the decoding, also Valenzuela holds a two-day assembly on global sustainability. Here's Mica Joy Cruz for the details.
The Rice Tower Assembly Hall of Our Lady of Fatima University were crowded by second-year students from various courses last Tuesday, May 2, 2023. The school held a two-day program having the theme Achieve Sustainability Towards Equity. Today marks its second day, and to let us know the details, we have Casandra, the Chairman for Events Management of MedTech. How are you, Casandra? That's nice to hear. I have some questions for you, but before that, let's warm up first. How's the program so far?
It serves as an eye-opener for everyone who was. I have learned a bunch of stuff that I thought before, something that I shouldn't potential.
That's amazing. Now here comes the real question. From the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which do you think is the most achievable and why do you say so?
These 17 sustainable development goals are created to represent an urgent call to action for all countries to work together in the global market. But to answer your question, I must say that among all the 17 sustainable development goals, gender equality is the most achievable in our country and all over the world. The gender identification and equality is being explicitly discussed and respected, and all of the gender identification are given somewhat equally.
I agree with that. Now, which is the least achievable and why do you say so?
The least achievable must be the no poverty and zero hunger one. Poverty is inevitable because it is a complex cycle of factors. Thus, we cannot eradicate poverty if inequalities in incomes and economic opportunities exist. Poverty goes hand in hand with hunger. With so much of the world still living below the poverty line, it will be definitely difficult to eradicate hunger.
That's favorable. Which do you think the citizens around the globe should address with urgency and why?
It must be the climate action. Climate change is an inevitable change, apparently. Now that summer is felt by our country, we can clearly experience and say that our world has changed in its worst state that none of us wanted to have. That is why we must have the urgency to address climate change as early as possible for it not to be worse.
Now, as an ordinary citizen, what can you do to help achieve these sustainable development goals?
Even though we are not powerful or elite individuals, we can contribute to achieve these goals by being an individual who starts to change. Because say it or not, we were one of those who always complain how other people are not abiding with the simple laws. And those who doesn't care about their surroundings, just like what the famous quote states, change starts from ourselves.
And for the last question, as citizens of the world, what should we collectively do to fulfill the goals for sustainable development?
That's a great question. To all those listeners out there, we have to increase our awareness by educating one another. We should never be ignorant towards what is happening in our society. Let us develop a sense of responsibility and discipline within ourselves. Moreover, let us use our power to elect the leaders of our nation correctly as they play a crucial role in enhancing our environment.
That's a wrap for this short interview. Thank you, Casandra, for your participation. This has been Mica Joy Cruz. Back to you, Shelma.
Thank you, Mica Joy. Now, we proceed to the advancing part.
There was a strong impression that the global economy became the sphere of extreme uncertainty and risk during the first decade of the 21st century. We have King Josge Resoles on the line to give us more insights about this.
Indeed, you are correct, Karem. It was a serious breakdown that challenged the foundation of modern approaches to the creation of world trade. Collapsing financial markets, rising unemployment, deeper inequalities, a shrinking middle class, extreme indebtedness, and inability of governments to force true reform were just some of the symptoms of crisis around the globe. Moreover, climate change and the unavailability of resources that were important in the development of technologies to keep the economy growing continued to surface. Rich Beck has coined the term free society as he predicted these things to happen years back. This is King Resoles reporting.
Thank you. The time has arrived for the infomercial. We will be back in a short break.
Init naman.
Like super legit!
Kung uulan, sobrang lamig naman.
Konting ulan nga lang, baha agad.
Minsan tagtuyot, minsan tag-ulan, minsan may time sa'yo, tapos kadalasan wala.
Ito, ang tinatawag natin, climate change. As greenhouse gas emission blanket the Earth, it traps the sun's heat, leading to global warming and climate change.
For over decades, human activities have increased greenhouse gases.
Industrialization, the advancement of technology,
Increased transportation, generation of electricity.
Proper waste disposal, burning of garbage.
Of education, discipline, and cooperation.
All of which became the reason why we suffer.
We suffer because of our negligence.
Dapat kasi inuuna natin yung kapakanan ng karamihan kesa yung sarili lang natin. Masakit kaya kapag hindi priority.
We must act accordingly.
we must go hand in hand.
We must educate each other.
Conserve more.
Be disciplined enough.
Be responsible enough.
Be a role model to many.
We have to end climate change before it ends us.
And now we're back. You're still tuning in The Robust, hot and fast news you can trust. Now that we know the symptoms and crises around the globe, let us now enumerate the solutions for those. Live at the United Nations Convention in Manila City, we have Francesca Rivera. So Irish, how is the speech of the UN chief on SGD going so far?
Yes, Shelma, I'm here in the UN Conventional Hall to witness the 2023 speech of the United Nations Chief on Sustainable Development Goals. The agenda of his speech surrounds the issues of the 17 goals, but to highlight one that is connected to our topic, he discussed about the solutions of the global crisis. The UN chief stated that collapsing financial markets, rising unemployment, deeper inequalities, and inability of the governments to force through reforms were just some of the symptoms of crisis around the globe. Moreover, the challenges of climate change and the unavailability of resources that were important in the development of technologies to keep the economy growing continued to surface. Yes, it is tempting to put our long-term development priorities to one side, but development cannot wait. He also included in his speech that education, job opportunities, equality in women, and comprehensive healthcare cannot be left out for tomorrow too. Hence, global collective efforts have to be made if we want these changes to truly happen.
Thank you, Irish. Way too delighted upon hearing those plans of our chief. We surely are looking forward for those.
Moving on to the next topic, we have the stability and sustainability that are often interchangeable. Little do we know, they are actually opposite to each other. Stability being the indexes that describe the economy in short-term categories, while sustainability being the long-term one. For further details, we have Leonard Coden and Nathaniel Raza on the line. Let us first hear Leonard Coden to discuss stability.
The International Monetary Fund defines stability as avoiding large swings in economic activity, high inflation, excessive volatility in exchange rates and financial markets. This means that we should avoid excessive highs and lows in the nation. However, note expressed that within a few years, every economy moves through periods of rapid growth with rising demand, higher inflation, and dropping unemployment, followed by a depression with reversal phenomena. This actually happened in 1920, wherein a Great Depression occurred and the economy collapsed in a dramatic way after long years of post-war prosperity and overproduction.
That was quite upsetting. However, we heard that global crisis opened the gates of new economic ideas. Is it true, Leonard?
Absolutely. It happened back in the 1970s. Global crisis and also the stabilization of economy, in which is the practice of controlling the supply of money. Moreover, Milton Friedman started to dominate global capitalism. Global capitalism fitted well with neoliberalism, which expanded with the free market reforms of Ronald Reagan in the United States and Margaret Thatcher in the United Kingdom.
So, to what shall we attribute these crises?
These crises are mainly attributed to major political mistakes, but particularly alarming with their contagion effects. The 1990s still experienced world economic collapses, such as the Asian financial crisis in the year 1987. The Russian crisis followed by the disaster in Argentina that started in 1989. The great part about this is that many countries in 2007 have been trying to restore stabilization.
Thank you, Leonard. Let us now define the sustainability for the second part of this session. We have Nathaniel Raza on the line.
If the stability is the short-term resistance to change, sustainability is the long-term one. Brundtland Report defined sustainability as the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. We consider technology as a fantastic way to escape from the sustainability dilemma. New ideas in technology and organization made it possible to overtake the steady state of zero growth and induce development without increasing resources.
Now, Nathaniel, how important are the endogenous factors?
Like the endogenous factors, like human capital and education, were recognized as a crucial for growth, and their application was free from steady state of classical resources. In 19th century, the issue of sustainability considered mainly social conditions in early industrial capitalism. Modern debate on sustainability focused mainly on environmental questions.
How can we contribute to such problems?
Rising awareness of sustainability problem in environmental issues and resources translated also into international cooperation. Sustainability perspectives started to be visible not only in environmental area but also on the theme of overpopulation.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Before this ends, let me point out that the Sustainable Development Goals seek to shift the direction of global affairs.
They serve as a call to action to eradicate poverty and inequality, safeguard the environment, and guarantee that everyone can live in peace, justice, and prosperity.
It is essential that nobody sleeps behind.
And as we aim towards global stability and success.
Once again, I am Vincent Caño.
And I am Shelma Dote. Stay tuned to Robust, Hot, and Fast News You Can Trust.